Hi there. I'm going to show you how to make a puff stitch, which you'll need to do if you are making my sheep planter. For that, you are going to use 2 strands held together. Okay, and just as a disclosure, my nails are not dirty. They're just, I have some broken blood vessels that are still growing out, so I hope it's not a distraction for you, but just try to ignore them, okay? All right, so here's how we make our puff. So first, this is the stitch we're going to make a puff into, and we're going to start by yarning over, and we're going to insert into that stitch. We're going to pull up a loop. That's 1. Okay, and pause here and notice that I'm not pulling up tightly like we normally would in a stitch. We're going to pull up our loops about 3/4 of an inch long. That's how I like to make this size puff. If you pull it out longer, they're going to stick out more. If you make it smaller, they're going to be a lot tighter. It'll also be really difficult to put your hook into your stitches that way. So I like, a good medium length. So about 3/4 of an inch, whatever you're comfortable with. So we made 1. We're going to do this 2 more times. We're going to make a loop. So yarn over, insert into the same stitch we just stitched into, pull up a loop. So that was our second one, and we're going to do that one more time. We're going to yarn over, we're going to insert, pull up a loop. Okay, and at this point we should have 14 strands or 7 double strands, so we can count those there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 7 times 2 is 14. So you should have 14 strands on here, and you're going to yarn over and you're going to pull through all of those. Okay, now to make our puff really stand out nicely, we're going to push that puff towards us, and we're going to find our next stitch. Okay, so this is the stitch that your puff's in, and you're going to go to the next stitch and you're going to make a single crochet. So hold that puff out, go ahead and insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, and while we're completing our single crochet, you want to just make sure that that puff stays in front of our hook. Okay, so go ahead and yarn over and complete your single crochet, and I puff it out and then I just kind of pull it so it's snug, not so tight that it's going to be impossible to stitch into for your next round, but pretty snug. That way it puffs out nicely. See, let's do it again. So this is our next puff stitch we're going to go into. We're going to yarn over, insert our hook, pull up a loop, yarn over again, insert into the same stitch, pull up a loop, one more time, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, and at this point we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 14 strands, and you're going to yarn over and pull it through all of those. Poke your puff out, find your next stitch. Here's our puff, so here's our single crochet. We're going to insert, keeping the puff at the front of our hook. Go ahead and pull up a loop, yarn over, and complete the single crochet, and just kind of pull that snug so it pops out. One more time. So here is the stitch we're going to go into. We're going to yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, 1, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, 2, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, 3. So we should have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. You're going to yarn over, pull through all of them, puff it out. Go ahead and find your next stitch. Oop, don't slip like I just did. Oh. And insert, pull up a loop, keep your puff in front of your hook, yarn over, complete your single crochet, and just cinch it a little bit tight. And you have a bunch of cute little puffs.